Hi, this is John Hoffs. I'm going to give you my review of Martin Scorsese's new movie, The Irishman, with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and the return of Joe Pesci. It was a 3.5 hour epic. I went into it with along with the buzz that has been swarming about it. I went in with what I meant by that is with a lot of anticipation and excitement. There's certain movies that I like to call event movies, movies that just are so big oh they're it's hard to explain. Uh, they're just something that you're gonna remember your whole life, just like The Wizard of Oz was an event movie. Uh, you know, um, and the Godfather movies were event movies, and uh, I'm just kind of hemming and hawing because it's hard. It's hard to know where to begin with this picture. It's really sort of a continuation or a culmination of a gangster genre picture that began with Scorsese's first movie, Mean Streets, 1974, 73, 74, with De Niro, who playing a criminal in New York, and going through uh, to Goodfellas, Casino, the movies that are directly about the mob. Uh, and so this movie, I don't know if there's a word swan song, what that word really actually means, but something about the movie brings that word, that expression to mind, that this is Scorsese, De Niro, and Pacino, and Pesci's swan song. I'll have to look up the meaning of that after this, but hope I didn't make a fool of myself right there. Um, but it delivered the goods. It was sort of a it was like almost like the best of Goodfellas and Mean Streets, and you know the ones that aren't mob movies like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull and Aviator and so many others. Uh, so there was a familiarity already with the way that these gangsters talked, with a lot of profanity, how their behaviors were so really, I have to use the word abhorrent. I mean, the level of violence, as we know by seeing previous Scorsese movies, which I do not criticize, is part of the art that he is producing when he uses depictions of realistic violence. And it's really what the movie is about, if nothing else. It's about violence. And but there's always a transcendent, inspirational dimension to a Scorsese movie when it's finished. You feel like sometimes there, but for the grace of God, go you, because I don't think I'm alone in identifying with the characters, in imagining myself being Robert De Niro or Al Pacino in this movie. And these were people of very mixed characters. I mean, they were out and out murderers, and it's hard to be sympathetic with a murderer, but the actors and the way their parts are written make you like them very much in my for me. I liked De Niro and the character he played a lot, and Pacino was exacerbating, but I liked him. He was likable to me. So I don't know. I thought it was. I called it sort of a let's have an immersive experience. It was very close, maybe like in the fourth or fifth row, and in the center. So you had to lean back a little bit and kind of shift around a little, but it was worth it, and I highly recommend it. And it's gonna provide a lot of competition for my other favorite film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I think this Academy Award season will be better than usual. And I will talk to y'all later. Goodbye from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, USA.